For true yoga, we don't need accessories, we don't need anything external but our body. And I'm going to give an example in this exercise. So let's look at authentic exercise. In Hebrew, authentic. Ot. O-U-G-H-T, it means in Hebrew, letter. So what you ought to do is to connect to the letter, right? A letter is a symbol, like your body is becoming a symbol when you're connected to the symbols. So to get light inside the body, you need to connect to the, let's say, accessories of consciousness called nava upaya. We're gonna take this so-called the way of the Tantra Shivaism, or you can say the way to use the tools of consciousness is through the body. So what I mean by this is, like, if you look at the word authentic, ot and right? We take the tongue, put it to the palate. We already know the Hebrew geometry for the tongue, right? We crucify the tongue to the palate. Element, right? We take to the n. So we locked the iodine coming from this chakra. Iodine is 53. In Hebrew, it's gan. It's a garden. So we are locking a garden inside the body. We are allowing the body to manifest a new kind of avatar body. So we are also locking wave. In Hebrew, wave gal, it is arsenic, 33. So we are locking arsenic inside the body. We are taking this molecule, gal naul, which is like gan and gal, it's like iodine and arsenic in the geometry. And we are breaking it using sound waves. So and T, we got the T. Right? T is a cross. So we're going to use a T. So we don't need equipment. I feel like energized just by doing this. I feel my gallbladder is breaking. You know, the gallbladder is coming from here, this area. It's also here. So when you take your T, when you're looking for the authentic experience, so T. You can combine it, let's say, with Lekol Orachra Ekla Ragla. This is from Psalm. Yeah, what he's saying is that I will lock my legs to every foreign, to every occasion. I will lock my legs. This is in Psalm. It's talking about a way of sitting to manifest blood flow in the intestine, which in the Bible it is presented as the Bible. Actually, the intestines are presenting the congregation. It represents the Bible, and it represents this area. This area is like the subconscious, right? This is the conscious area. So the subconscious, when we allow it to have a flow, when in this locked stage, we are allowing the ought to come into manifest. So right now, it's like, there's a different flow in my hands when I lock my legs. I feel the na, I feel it much stronger in my hands. So let's go for another exercise that could be beneficial. When we do a headstand, we are actually doing another chapter from the King Solomon saying, it means when you turn the wicked upside down, it will be gone, and the house of righteous will stand. Okay? So what it means is that your liver is seeing this as your roots. Your hair is your roots, okay? And your liver is wood element. When we are seeing this as wood element, the liver, we are seeing that we need to deliver roots to the ground in order for the blood flow to be again harmonic and integrate in integration with laws of nature. So I can just like work on this posture every day, so I will know how to make the best blood flow in the body. And in this stage, actually,
the large intestine, they are just opening. When you like exhaling, exhale, right? When you're exhaling in this posture, when you're exhaling it, what you get is an opening of the intestine, and uprising your metal element. Metal element has a lot to do with power coming from the dew, coming from the air. When you control metal element, you control the atmosphere, you control the air. So it's not about controlling the air, it's more about controlling yourself and sustaining positive attitude towards manifesting a governed mind. If you can govern your mind, you can govern the computer, then you can govern the conscious, right, being, beast. You can consciously control your troll, your beast, right? So another one, let's look at the beat S, beast, right? We beat the S. So this here, this area, again, the metal element. Like there are certain different areas for different frequencies that you can manifest to be flexible. You need your metal element, your bones to be flexible. In order for it not to break, it needs to be flexible. Like gold, gold is malleable. When I breathe in and let's say I crucify carbon dioxide inside the body, so I allow it to utilize itself. So this is another OUGHT. Like when you are crucifying, it's like you are out of the symbolized role, because a word or a sentence, it symbolizes much more than a letter, right? But actually a letter can give you much more clarity and letting you know, understand your designated destiny. When you are in calm and peace and serenity, you might have the chance to get better equilibrium to your cerebral, to your balanced state, right? Your ears, your kidneys, all this area can be manifested as a flow state when we allow ourselves to connect to the verses of the Bible. So I just want to let you know one more exercise that is very good for your yin, for your wine inside the body. You don't need any accessories for that. And again, it's about pushing your limits in a way. It's about pushing and resisting. Okay. So a hand is David in Hebrew geometry. So another hand is David. It's 14 and 14 together, 28, which is power in Hebrew. So when King David is opposing King David, let's say, is resisting itself, because this hand and this hand are the same. When they are opposing one another, we are allowing different kind of a frequency of, let's say, I'm going with my fingers right now, go with my hands. I'm actually changing the frequencies of the hand. The more I resist, the more King David resists itself, the more the kingdom of Solomon will be whole. Okay? So you can stay that for that in like 5 minutes and put pressure on it and find a spot until you will. It's not a linear exercise. Okay? This is very strong for the body. Like this. Again, this is lotus and that is lotus. You lock your hands, you lock your feet. And there is something about locking this, which allowing the body to get information. Okay? So there's another exercise that has nothing to do with any accessories. You can do it when you're enjoying your spouse, your mate. It will just allow better blood flow to the, let's say, to these areas of maintaining the next generation, whatever. So we're just gonna put 2 feet together, like get it higher, and press legs like we do with Namaste, like strong Namaste, and press the legs
X, Y, and Z.
Are the other letters of the alphabet involved here?
Sure, all 486 of them.
Thanks.
This would be easier, to be much easier if you're doing it while pleasuring. You can pleasure yourself or like with your spouse, your mate, and this will be much easier because then you're going for the lingam power, and your first chakra, the Muladhara, is very pivotal, and it's the one that is allowing the integration with the higher chakras. So when we allow the first chakra to be maintained by a pleasure, we allow ourselves to expose ourselves to this posture easier. Okay, so I hope this video helped in a way. This video was about locking your hands, locking your legs, seeing it from the Bible perspective, and how to come to it from a state of pleasure and not from a state of, oh, I have to do it because I have to do yoga every day to maintain a certain kind of a state of the body. It's also that, but it's mainly about reaching just a different kind of a frequency in the body that is allowing yourself for integration between the lowest and the highest.